Welcome people of the World Wide Web, and it's another episode of Look What I'm Watching. So, what have I been watching now? Now I've been doing a bit of series and a few things all over the place, so there's not many movies to watch. I have 2 DVDs, and here they are, and then I also have Luther the movie. So we will start off with Luther the movie. So obviously this is from the BBC UK series that was released on Netflix on Friday just gone. Films just over 2 hours, and it follows on from the final series, 5th series of Luther, where he's incarcerated, and basically there is a new bad guy. They do, as it starts, tie in with the series and kind of how he, links of how he gets prosecuted. The bad guy is played by Andy Serkis. Is quite off the bat you see who he is, and yeah, it's very more big budget. You know, ups the stakes a little bit. The ending is a little floundery, and there is a little kind of what's coming next. I say I'm not going to go into too much. I quite enjoyed it for the most part. It's, you know, I have like Luther is a very different kind of gritty cop series. You know, like there isn't really many of the characters left, unfortunately, due to a lot of things that have happened in it. But yeah, it was good. Obviously how it all linked in. I mean the main little thing for me, I wasn't too sold on Andy Serkis in places. He was this kind of mastermind, and then he was kind of this knife wielding martial art expert type thing. It kept it, and I was like, what are you meant to be? Because normally, you know, you either have the mastermind who has minions to do the fighting, or you have the fighter and then he has some brain box, and it's, I don't know, they tried to obviously merge it. Me, I was a little bit, but I say not too bad. I mean, to me it's a nice happy ending to the Luther series. You know, it kind of ties everything up, there's no loose ends. It is a little bit happy, leaves the door open for more. There you go. So yeah, like, if you're a fan of Luther, I definitely recommend watch it. I know a lot of people have critiqued a lot of things, but you know, I enjoyed it. I say it's weird when you take a TV series and convert it into a 2-hour film, because obviously, and with a bigger budget and stuff, but not too bad. So then we go into the DVD section. So first we have, so one of the Oscar winners, not La La Land, yes, it's Moonlight. So this is on my scratch card list. I'm quite glad to finally have watched this. So this is basically the portrayal of this young lad. Here he is nicknamed Little in the beginning, and it has 3 stages of his life. You basically have him as a young child, then as a teenager, maybe late teenager, and then into what I'd imagine his 20s-ish or latest 20s. And as a kid, he's very skinny. He doesn't really know his sexuality, and he's, you know, he's trying to come to terms with everything. His mum is unfortunately a drug addict, and the environment and life isn't great. It was all right as films go. I mean, it won Oscars. I was very much missing a few bits. So for me, obviously, he is a kid. You get to see him in a very small period as a child. Then it fast forwards and he's a teenager, and I'm like, well, and characters disappear and stuff, and I'm like, I don't really know what's gone on here. And then his teenage phase is all built into something which you kind of feel is unfair, event that happens to him. I'll give one small spoiler away, and that he bashes some kid around the back with a chair, a very collapsible wooden, you know, fake chair. You can tell it's quite easy, but he gets arrested, carted off, and then it fast forwards again, and his life has changed. And I think this is probably where it won the Oscars, because it's all how it doesn't matter the sort of person you are, how confused that it's, you are shaped by your environment, and as you picture him as a kid and then you see who he is as an adult, he is still inside that weak little child. But I mean, he's quite, looks like kind of a butch drug dealer. I mean, they kind of hint at stuff like that, and that's it. And it's not where you would imagine he would end up, but due to, I imagine, his circumstances surrounding us. And I say this is a bit because there's leaps and you don't really know much what happened. It is sometimes covered. I mean, it has a happy ending. It is he does. It is a fairly nice story with some darker bits in it, you know. And I suppose that's what's compelling and that's what lures the audience in. But it was all right. Whether it should have won the Oscar, I've not seen La La Land. I can't even. But yeah. So, I mean, definitely, I say Moonlight, definitely worth a watch. I say I'm not against, you know, against it at all. I say it was a good film, and it's like almost 2 hours, I think, or around 2 hours and or 1:48. Didn't really notice that. And then Lawrence Moore is Once More. So this, I think, is called, it actually has a different title in relation to the place where it's staying. I think it's loosely based on the book. So, Morgan Freeman film from 2012, I want to say. So there you go. So Morgan Freeman, he's a bit of an alcoholic and a former writer. Moves into this small kind of town to house sit this house, and then you have this single mum with 3 kids lives opposite. And it's just how he's quite depressed, he's quite angry, there's a lot of dark stuff that have gone on, has led him to where he is, and kind of being in this small town, interacting with the locals and kind of building relationships, it brings a new side of him. He's kind of in a hazy cloud, and this is him kind of moving above the cloud to a better situation, and it's really good. It's kind of a very heartfelt movie. There are a few kind of funny bits in, but yeah, I mean, Morgan Freeman and the main lady is Virginia Madsen. They do have good chemistry. There is a little bit of a connection. Obviously, I think there's quite a big age gap between the two of them, but it's all about relationships and how they work, and obviously with the kids and stuff. And they're both not in necessarily, when it starts, the best situations, and through, you know, time and then kind of learning about each other, you break down those barriers and stuff. And yeah, I actually really liked it. You know, it's I say I'm with all the dark gritty stuff and that, it was quite nice to have the kind of chick flicks and the heart-filled movies, and you know, makes you feel a little better on stuff. So anyway, that's everything I've been watching. I've been Cypher Sigma. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please do like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one.